Previously on the Erzgebirge Aue career mode series. Impressive as can be, Hauser with his brilliant tactics shows again why he is the peak of man. Soon after the end of the season, Ernst Hauser uploaded a video discussing to his billions of viewers what his aspirations for next season would be. He also wrote another song for supporting the German national team in the 2022 World Cup, yet another platinum of course. But now, Season 3 arrives. Ernst Hauser has plans, but what are they? Oliver Christensen. Oliver was really impressive, making incredible saves to ensure we didn't immediately lose the game in the first few minutes. The only issue is his rating is still below average among all other keepers in the league. The back four of Milan van Ewijk, Tim Leibold, Florian Ballas, and Becir Omeragic worked together really well. With how solid the two center backs were, the fullbacks could push forward to help on the counter, which benefited us a ton. Fabian Nürnberger and Mats Rits were pretty decent, making key interceptions and tackles. The only issue is that Nürnberger is lower rated, and in simulations, that's not a fantastic thing. Finn Ole Becker's link-up play was incredible though. His eye for the perfect ball was proven through just how little work Florian KRÜGER had to do to bag goals. Jakub Kaminski and John Patrick Strauss last season were both not so great. Hopefully though, Jakub Kaminski does adapt more to the Bundesliga this season. And then finally, Florian KRÜGER. This man in the future will develop the worst possible diagnosis of scoliosis. The team was on his back throughout all 34 matches last season, and because of it, we did finish 8th place. Transfers. We sold Philip Klevin to Hanover for 980k. Yeah, I didn't really need a backup center back anyways, I guess. Clemens Fandrik moves to San Jose in the Americas for 340k. And finally, Radek Peder takes a 2-year trip to Turkey, where we will hopefully see him grow even more. To begin, we trigger Ansgar Knauff's loan to buy option for 2.1 million, so he is a permanent player now at Erzgebirge Aue. We also signed a brand new free agent in Bab Sheikh Diop, who is 73 rated and 24 years old, a new CDM, so he's going to be a good backup and hopefully one for the future maybe. Aurélio Buta. This is the brand new Portuguese sensation that will be our new right winger we desperately need. Along with his blistering speed, he's skillful and can pick out a good cross. 10 million, cha-ching. Omar Alderete. We badly needed a replacement in the defense, and Omar fills in this role well. All you need in this game is a tall defender with alright speed and you're set. 11 million, done deal. Stefan Ortega. We aren't really that great at keeper management, are we? 5.3 million, hopefully this guy can last more than a year. Well men, welcome to Aue. So with this squad, can we take the extra step and qualify for Europe? Guess we'll have to see. Second season in the Bundesliga, and we start off with Frankfurt. Early opportunity for Frankfurt, it's Kostic passing it to Yakushlu. Yakushlu then gets a good ball to Marusic. Marusic then holds off a defender, has a shot, and it's off target. Here come Aue in the brand new kits, 18 minutes played. It's Florian KRÜGER as he holds onto the ball, waits for some runners, sees Finn Ole Becker making it. He has a shot, so a good shot, but an even better save by the keeper. Frankfurt's advancing forward, but it's easily stopped by Erzgebirge Aue's defense, and now a counter can begin. It's Aurélio Buta receiving it from Florian KRÜGER, and now it's Buta in on goal. He completely misses the net. Frankfurt on the attack into the second half. Andre passes it to King. In the box is Silva, and Andre Silva just drops it right to Malinovsky. It is too simple for Frankfurt's attack, and it's 1-0 to them after 56 minutes played. But don't forget, this is Season 3, and Erzgebirge Aue has improved even more than before. A great ball to Jakub Kaminski in on goal. Right, so we're gonna need a new left midfielder now. Orel Mangala. With loads of cash, we splashed some on a young midfielder in Orel Mangala, a great box-to-box midfielder who could help on both sides of the ball. Potential could reach the sky for this player for sure. 21.3 million could be the signing of the season. Marcus Thuram. Could there have been anyone better? Absolutely not. Marcus Thuram is a beast incarnate. He can deliver in great crosses and has great goal production as well. An exciting signing that could bump us into Europe for sure. Just 32 million, a steal that even Gary Payton would be proud of. Well men, again, welcome to Aue. I just want to make this very simple, very clear, just warning you guys here, there's going to be a lot more simulations. Anyways, we get a 1-1 draw against Hoffenheim away from home, with Rits scoring a 54th minute equalizer. And then, it looks like maybe the simulation fortunes are actually coming to us, because we get a 4-0 win against Werder Bremen. So, let's just forget about the fact that some people on Instagram told me that I was saying the club name here wrong, because I keep saying it wrong and I just realized that. So let me fix my errors for the rest of the video. Thank you. Another 4-goal performance from Erzgebirge Aue. Got a little bit too ambitious though, as we face up against 7th place Leverkusen and lose 2-1. It's alright though, because we bounced back with a win against VfB Stuttgart with Marcus Thuram with the only goal of the match. And what do you know, we're already at the first table review, and so far so good. 8th place after just 6 matches, and we've been scoring more goals than we did in our first 6 matches last season, so things are looking pretty up. We continue our grand winning ways with another dominant performance, this time against newly promoted Augsburg. Next up, 3rd place, Wolfsburg. Just 10 minutes in, and it's Wolfsburg on the attack through Mbabu. Now it's Mole. Mole trying to find someone in the box. He finds Weghorst outside the box, who just fools the defender and finds the back of the net. Listen, defending isn't actually my forte, but that was just awful. Aue now advancing on the attack. It's Finn-Ole Becker. Great ball out to Aurélio Buta on the right flank as he tries to beat his defender. Doesn't work out, so he drops it to Van Ewijk. Ewijk, great delivery in for Florian KRÜGER, and it's a great save by the keeper. And the wonders of the world when you actually have more of a base in the defense and midfield. So now the attacks can be just not counterattacks. But oh, what's this? A mistake by one of our defenders. Omeragic, our star defender. No amount of adjusting sliders would fix what the f I just witnessed. But don't worry about that. Here's another highlight, you know, haha. Let's forget about what just happened, because EA makes really great games, especially for FIFA. Now Knauf drops it to Finn-Ole Becker. Great ball to Florian KRÜGER, who finds the back of the net. It's too simple for the man. He's like 97 rated, and we get an equalizer, and we get an extra point from that match at least. 13th place, Schalke, and we beat them 2-1. And then in the cup, we played a much weaker side. Usually, I just don't do that, but in this case, I just felt like maybe we could get the edge against Union Berlin, and that wasn't the case at all. Next up, league leaders Bayern Munich. And there's a saying in a lot of states in the United States. It's called God-fearing. In the Bundesliga, it's known as Bayern-fearing. But hey, at least we get to debut our brand new pink kits, and yeah, I don't care what you think. These look f***ing fantastic. But anyways, a counterattack in the 16th minute for Erzgebirge Aue. It's Finn-Ole Becker. Great ball to Marcus Thuram as he just blows away from Jules Koundé, and he's gonna finish that one brilliantly past Manuel Neuer. And it's 1-0 to Erzgebirge Aue. Just like that. Yep. Looks like FIFA 21 gameplay to me. 88 minutes played. The ball is in safe hands. We just need to maintain it. As we try and attempt, it's blocked by one of our own players though. Falls to Mangala outside the box. Mangala waits for runners into the box. He sees the run of Florian KRÜGER in between 2 defenders, and it's a brilliant finish past Manuel Neuer. And we get a 2-0 win. A historic 2-0 win against the league leaders. We are done with the month of October, and we actually were Bayern's very first loss. How about that? Anyways though, we've jumped all the way up to 3rd place thanks to our great form and probably the signing of Marcus Thuram. But as I say that, we get a draw against 7th place Hertha Berlin at home. Still a point though. And our 4th place, Germany's own, Germany's favorite, RB Leipzig. And the battle of the Eastern German clubs begins in the 57th minute, but just ignore that. Anyways, Finn-Ole Becker finds a great run from Florian KRÜGER as he just has all the space in the world to work with. It's off the keeper and off the post, but it's in the back of the net, so I don't give a f***. We're 1-0 up just like that. 66 minutes in, Erzgebirge Aue on the attack again. They're noticing something, and it's Leipzig playing a high line for whatever reason. It's Finn-Ole Becker receiving it from a false 9, Florian KRÜGER this time, and it's a fantastic finish in between the legs of the keeper, and Finn-Ole Becker gets himself a fantastic goal. Leipzig now on the attack, but again, it has come to nothing. It's Diop. He passed it to Florian KRÜGER again, playing that false 9 role. Rits, great ball out to Ansgar Knauf. Defender is not going to get him. Ansgar versus the keeper, and it's another goal for that man in the glorious purple kit, and we win 3-0 in a fantastic performance. Simulation isn't really doing us any justice. We get a 2-2 draw against Freiburg. But looking at the table, we are still in 3rd place. I don't know how we're doing this well, because listen, right? Our defense is decent, but is it enough to literally be the best defense in the league? I don't know, but apparently to the simulations, it seems like it. And now we face up against 7th place Mönchengladbach on match day 14. 57 minutes in, Alderete leading the attack for Erzgebirge Aue. He passed it to Marcus Thuram with a great ball. Now Thuram to Leibold. Leibold drops it down to Rits. Rits now to Mangala. Mangala spots the run of Buta, and Aurélio Buta finally finds the back of the net. That is his very first goal for the club in December. It's reverse hibernation, I guess. And man, have we just caught fire ever since that Leipzig match. It's Tim Leibold, now passes it to Finn-Ole Becker. KRÜGER, now back to Finn-Ole Becker. Becker just crosses in for KRÜGER, and it's a fantastic volley into the back of the net. We get a 2-0 win and another 3 points, and you just love to see it, don't you? Borussia Dortmund have not exactly been the greatest club this season. They are currently 7th. The lowest I saw them was actually 11th, and that was like 3 matches ago. And this might explain it, because early on, look at the high line Dortmund are playing. I don't know why they're doing this so early on, but it's Aurélio Buta. Could he actually score another one? Absolutely not. It seems like he's probably the worst signing I've made in the last couple career mode series, but nonetheless, at least there's Marcus Thuram to save the day for us, and we get a 1-0 lead. But I don't know what it is with this Dortmund side, especially in this game. They are just so dull to play against, and then all of a sudden, in the 87th minute, they actually start producing stuff. It's Daniel Vaz getting around the defender, a great save by the keeper. Oh, but guys, please do not do the same thing you did last time at home. Oh, thank God. At least it was just the simplest of catches, and we hold on to another win. Marcus Thuram continues his brilliant form for Erzgebirge Aue, and we get a 1-0 win against Köln. And then followed by that is a win against Mainz with Tim Leibold scoring the winner. And believe it or not, we're already halfway through the season. Yeah, I know. Isn't it just fantastic when you don't play every single match, Maxwell? Yeah, it sure is, Maxwell. Why am I talking to myself? Am I actually this insane? But how about we look at the squad real quick, right? Let's ignore the bench, because the bench hasn't exactly grown at all. I've played them, I promise you, okay? But if you look at the starting 11, it's a bit of a different story. Aurélio Buta was a terrible signing, in my opinion. He hasn't done really anything besides run, and that's it. I really thought that buying a pacey Portuguese man was really gonna be the one to be better than Strauss, but I don't really think that was the best decision. 2nd place, Wolfsburg, match day 18, and I'll tell you right now, this was an intense thriller. Guys, listen to me when I say this. Save yourself now. And don't create career mode content. 3-0 win against 18th place Augsburg. 4-2 win against 11th place Hoffenheim with Florian KRÜGER getting a hat-trick. 3-2 win against 8th place Frankfurt. 3-0 win against 6th place Mönchengladbach. 3-all draw against 16th place Freiburg. 2-0 win against 11th place Union Berlin. And we're already done with practically 2 months after just what, like a minute or two? I don't even know. But anyways, doesn't matter, because now we're 2nd place in the league. We somehow have a chance. Just a little bit of a chance. Just keep in mind this is Bayern, so probably not going to happen. But still, the fact that we have a chance to even win the league is asinine to me. And you thought the simulations were over? Nah. 5-0 win against Werder Bremen away from home. Omeragic even got a goal in this match. And then followed by that, 13th place Mainz get an absolute beatdown from us, and we win 4-1. And now we're into match day 27 all of a sudden, facing RB Leipzig again, this time at home. 6 minutes in, and Leipzig already applying the pressure. It's Boadu blowing right past Van Ewijk. He just has all the room to work something with Beretta, and Beretta gets himself a goal for RB Leipzig, and it's 1-0 to them after just 8 minutes. Leipzig trying to double their lead now, but then Marcus Thuram gets the ball from a great dispossession from one of our defenders, and he just runs past the halfway point, passes it to Finn-Ole Becker, then back to Marcus Thuram, and just look at this pace as he then crosses in for, of course, Florian KRÜGER, who gets himself another fantastic goal, and we've tied it all up after just 23 minutes. Into the second half now, Erzgebirge Aue on the attack. It's Finn-Ole Becker, a fantastic through ball to Rits. Rits somehow gets past one defender, tries the shot, great save, but a pretty decent solo from Rits. Quite unlikely as well. Looking at the table as we go into the month of April, we are 2nd place still, just 6 points behind Bayern Munich, so still, there is a chance, like I said before. We continue our simulating ways with another win against 8th place Hertha Berlin, 3-1. And then here's, the FIFA simulation system being the way it is. We get a 1-all draw against one of the worst teams in the league so far in 16th place Stuttgart, and it is out of everyone Sascha Ertl who gets the equalizer for us in the 88th minute. And now match day 30, where we face up against 7th place Leverkusen. I wasn't going to risk another simulation against them because the last few times we've done that hasn't really gone that well. Starting from the back, it's Erzgebirge Aue and those pink beautiful kits, like I said before. It's Orel Mangala though in the midfield, passes it to Florian KRÜGER, now drops it out wide to Marcus Thuram. Thuram sees the run of KRÜGER and KRÜGER just volleys it. I think that's like his 3rd volley of the season and another successful one in that, and we are 1-0 up against Leverkusen. Starting from the back this time is Leverkusen. It's now Bustos on the ball, tries a pass, it's blocked by Finn-Ole Becker, now falls right to Florian KRÜGER, and that's going to be the simplest goal we score of the season. 2-0 win for Aue. Simulation against Köln again, and we get a 3-0 win. Alderete even got a goal. And here's the deal. If we get one single point against our next opponents, which are Dortmund, we qualify for the Champions League. I thought we were going to be like at best Europa League, but here we are with just 1 point we need. This is Dortmund though, and although they aren't exactly the best this season, I still wouldn't doubt them. Early on, chance for Aue at Signal Iduna Park. It's Marcus Thuram receiving it from Orel Mangala. He drives forward, gets stopped by the defender, passes it to Mats Rits. Now Mats Rits just links up right back to Marcus Thuram, and Marcus Thuram, by a long shot, has been signing of the season for us, and he gets himself another goal for the club and potentially a ticket to the Champions League next season. Dortmund though, right before the end of the half, it's Thorgan Hazard as he dances around these defenders, gets around Mangala. Now he passes it to Gio Reyna. Gio Reyna with the shot. It's blocked by Tim Leibold though. Dortmund are desperate for an equalizer and even in a win because they are hunting for Champions League football themselves. It's Jadon Sancho getting past one defender, has a shot, it's blocked, then gets it right back though, has a one-on-one with another defender, but he doesn't win that battle. And now Aurélio Buta passes it all the way out to Mats Rits, and now Mats Rits just runs on the right flank. He's not fast enough though. He has that defender catching up to him. Now drops it to Aurélio Buta, who does have that pace to just run right past, blow right past the defender, and drops it to Florian KRÜGER. And KRÜGER, who hasn't exactly been carrying the team like last season, has still been a huge player for us this season as we get a 2-0 win against Dortmund, and we do qualify for the Champions League. We literally have no reason to play this game. We've already qualified for the Champions League, and there's no risk of dropping down in the table either. I know it's Bayern, and I know you guys maybe wanted to see that, but I don't. But I will at least give you guys the last match of the season, which is against Schalke. 6th place Schalke, something you don't really hear nowadays because, well, they've relegated this season in real life. But here it's Finn-Ole Becker. He sees the run of Marcus Thuram, and Marcus Thuram just blasts it into that top right corner, and we have a lead after just 23 minutes. Schalke with an attack in the 30th minute, cross in, Omeragic deals with it, and now falls to Finn-Ole Becker. Mats Rits, now to Marcus Thuram, and Thuram using the speed, sees the run of Florian KRÜGER, who also has quite a bit of speed himself as he blows past Rojas, the defender, and beats the keeper. Top right corner, not really top right corner, I don't really care, it's still in the back of the net. We get a 2-0 win against Schalke, and that's how we're going to end the season. A great way to end the season, as we know we'll have Champions League football next season. End of season 3, and we finish second in the table. Quite impressive season, as I was not expecting this whatsoever. If it be Bayern Munich in first, obviously, has it ever never been them? Then us in second, Leipzig third, fourth is Wolfsburg to round off the Champions League spots. Dortmund just miss out on the Champions League along with Leverkusen. Teams I'll be relegating this season are Augsburg and Stuttgart, and Werder Bremen have the chance of relegating if they don't beat out. Third place, Heidenheim. I feel like we've seen this team before. But the other teams that will promote are Hamburg and Hanover. They only stayed like one season in the Bundesliga 2, and they're already back. Before we go into any stats, I just wanted to mention the player of the season in the Bundesliga, which was our own Florian KRÜGER. Now looking at the stats, we have Robert Lewandowski leading the top scorers, with our best top scorer of course being Florian KRÜGER with 24 goals. You have then third place Thomas Müller with 21 goals, and then also don't forget there is Marcus Thuram with 16 goals. He was ranked 6th in the overall top scorers. Assists were absolutely dominated by us. We had Finn-Ole Becker with 14, and then Mats Rits in second place with 12 assists. And then on the clean sheet side is Stefan Ortega. Our defense was pretty good. I'm very shocked we conceded the least amount of goals, especially with not the greatest defense. It's a decent defense, I'll give you that, and the dynamic potential boosts their ratings up even more. Either way though, congratulations to Stefan Ortega with 16 clean sheets. Now we go and look into the club top scorers, and of course it's Florian KRÜGER with 25 goals, then Marcus Thuram with 16 goals. Rits had 9 goals. So again, CDM's third in our top scorer list, a little bit weird. But then there is a Finn Ole Becker with 7 goals, and then Omar Alderete was our 5th top scorer with 4 goals. He has some pretty good heading accuracy, so it was to be expected in those simulations. Assists, of course, we had Finn Ole Becker leading them with 15, then Rits with 13, and then all the way down with 4 in 3rd place is Thuram with 4. Everyone else had 1 to 2 assists, and then also Omeragic had 3 assists, which is pretty impressive, I guess, especially for a center back. We're gonna hope that some of the players that we were expecting to make some more plays do that next season, though. A quick look at the clean sheets, and just to kind of summarize the defense, like I said before, we conceded the least amount of goals. Wasn't expecting that at all, but I will absolutely take it. And I wouldn't doubt that Omeragic was definitely the best defender out of the entire back four. But let's also focus on the other defenders. We had Tim Leibold, who had a pretty good season for himself. He scored 4 goals, by the way. Van Ewijk was pretty decent as well. I'm hoping that maybe he can improve a little bit more into next season. And then we also had, of course, Omar Alderete, and in his first season, he was pretty good. Now, we have to look at our goalkeeping project we have here. Radek Peder. He's gonna need another year or something because he really did not improve that much in Turkey. But just to round off the starting 11 and the rest of the squad before we go into season 4, we of course have Ortega in between the posts. Then there's Tim Leibold, Omeragic, Alderete, and Milan van Ewijk, who covered the back four, a great back four. Then we have Marcus Thuram and Aurélio Buta on the wings. Followed by them are the sitting midfielders of course, Orel Mangala and Rits. Right behind the striker is, of course, Finn Ole Becker, who grew to an 85 rating, by the way. He was 80 to start the season. It's incredible what dynamic potential can do. And then, of course, none other than Florian KRÜGER. 87 rated this man is. Either way, looking at the bench as well, pretty decent options. It's a lot better than last season, I can definitely tell you that. Top 3 players though, just to kind of round that off real quick, would be Omeragic in 3rd place, Finn Ole Becker in 2nd, then obviously, of course, the player of the season. You can't really say that the player of the season was a 2nd or 3rd best player in the club, right? So, of course, it's Florian KRÜGER, who was, again, our best player of the season. Anyways, that's the end of Season 3, and let me just state real quick that if it weren't for you guys pushing me to do this, and also the fact that this gets views, I would have ditched this career mode long ago. I don't know, man. I just don't like this game, don't like playing it, don't like editing it anymore. I just don't enjoy it whatsoever, but it does get me views and at least picks my views up just a bit so I can at least get, you know, a little bit of cash money, right? The football videos are great, right? But it'll take a bit until they actually start getting more traction, and getting views from these videos will definitely help that. Anyways, let's actually talk about career mode. Anyway, Season 4 will probably be out next week. I don't know. All right, see you guys.